Aren't wouldn't some guys say they don't want to be like a woman's second choice? And if like, you're
That's
going back to your ex.
completely up to them.
Yeah.
The way I kind of
Well, because the way I would see it is she doesn't know you that well yet. So
oh yeah,
that's how I see it as a
and
woman.
I think they don't realize that.
If I have an emotional investment and like a history with some, like obviously.
No, and that's why I try to convey to these guys, when a girl does ghost you, and it's 99% of the time it has nothing to do with you. It's usually for a guy she's already invested in.
Yeah.
Because you are an unknown quantity. She doesn't know enough about, even if she slept with you a couple times, and she's definitely not going to keep you in her phone, because if her ex-husband finds out she's been dating, he's gone again. So girls would rather just ghost than, they don't like controversy or confrontation. So they're gone. And that's totally understandable. And for guys like in my world, if you're going to run a lot of women, you're going to run a rotation, they're going to see other men.
Yeah.
You're providing a service to a certain extent. You have a purpose. You know what I mean? I have to convey this to so people understand.
Okay. No, keep going.
Between her relationships, you're that guy. She's taking this guy, she's kind of vetting him. She's like, he's boyfriend material. You're not.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're providing a service.
But what about
what
about the guys that are? Because do you know what's crazy? I think more men want serious relationships than women do. That's just what I've seen. I'm like, because
that's very interesting.
That's the one thing that I get is a lot of guys, especially younger ones, they want a wife, they want a girlfriend. They're like, I want to be the serious guy,
Yes, but
until they start getting that punani, then they're done. They get laid once or twice. They're like, never mind.
Yeah, they're satisfied.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, you got to remember though, like for a girl without a guy, she's kind of like a boat without a rudder.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, and y'all don't do well by yourselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Bad decisions. Guys can go by themselves for long periods of time. They can explore, they can travel, they can do all kinds of things without companionship. But women don't do well for very long without a man in their life. And they seem to be happier, Do you know what
it is now, though? The problem I've seen, I don't know if you've seen this, is all the boyfriend stuff is kind of outsourced to beta male friends or like fathers, relatives, brothers.
Right.
Like, so all the stuff that a boyfriend or a husband would do. And so then, she just gets, now she only needs the casual guy.
No, I haven't really seen that or put it together. You know what I mean? But it does make sense.
I've just seen that with like my youngest sister. She's like Gen Z, and them and their friends, they just don't seem like interested in dating, and everything seems to be delayed. Like their hoe phases seem to come like 5 years later than like millennial women, and 5 years later than the people before. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Have you seen that, or have you seen something else? I don't know.
I've seen the delay.
Yeah.
In general, but I know, there's probably people that are like skewing the numbers. The guys that are pretty active and the girls that are active earlier on.
Yeah.
But the ones that are inactive, they seem healthier about it than they used to be. People feel really awkward if they hadn't lost their virginity by a certain age, or and now there's really no stigma to taking your time coming out of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think like with this, like where they're projecting like 50% of women will be unmarried and childless at 40, in 3 years. It's going to take an awful lot in society to make that happen, because generally 90% of people, men and women, will marry in their lifetime. 90%.
So what do you think's going to happen then? You think people will just get married later and like have kids later?
Yeah. It's just kind of like women having kids.
Yeah.
Like something, 86, 87% of women have children. Even if you haven't had it at 30, that alarm goes off inside at about 32 to 35.
Mhm.
you know, and it's a very real thing, you know, it's an urgency. And so, yeah, wait till you're fit, wait till everybody kind of goes through this life cycle, and I bet the numbers will come out to just where they're at. It's
Ooh,
delayed.
I just thought of a good question. So how many major heartbreaks do you think women go through before they find the guy they want to marry?
Oh God.
It's okay. If you don't have a good, if you don't know, it's okay. But I was
I
just,
don't know, but usually we say, you know, when you say, hey, you know, how many partners have you had? They always say three. It's my high school boyfriend, my college boyfriend,
it is
and
three.
then one serious guy after college.
Yeah.
And now I'm here, you know, and that's the story. I don't care. Everything else is like, you know,
What would you tell guys to
variable.
expect? Like, do you just say don't think about it? Like, what do you like? Enjoy the
Pretty
ride,
much,
buddy. Yeah.
probably. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's going to, it's going to upset them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of doesn't count sex, one night
Yeah.
stands, travel. It didn't last more than a couple days. He he didn't last, you know, or you know, there's so much. I have a whole list of doesn't count sex, but the sex that counts according to women is those things that last 2 years or more in a committed monogamous relationship, and everything else doesn't count.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I know it's hardwired. Pretty
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, which kind of goes back to one of your points that women are experts at keeping men they are sleeping with away from each other. I
Yes,
always hear guys talk about, I hate to go into the men today, but they always say, "Oh, if she was cheating, I would know." And I'm like, I don't know. There's men that have fought that have raised kids that aren't theirs and have no idea. So I
that's
don't,
true. That's true. And you have to look
know.
at,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, when I convey that generally, and this came up like when you meet a girl and she's attractive, there's a very good chance she's having sex with someone and you and maybe another guy. And how do we know this? Because I've been the other guy. You know, when you're in a rotation and you ask any of these guys,
Yeah.
they'll say, yeah, I mean, she like put her boyfriend on mute and tell me, you know, or they come in, they're like, where should I tell I'm at? You know, he's looking for me. So you're the other guy. So you know that this stuff goes on. Um, they're experts. Because I would say, do you think, you know, this potential boyfriend of yours has any idea? And they're like, no. It's just not on their radar. And it's not even a hard deception. It's just they hide it.
Do you think this is something guys should like worry about or
No,
no?
no, absolutely nothing. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, you can't stop it. It's
Yeah.
just there. You just have to kind of know. That way you're not shocked. And I hate to say this, but it's kind of like the classic.
Say it. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's kind of like this classic saying is assume she's a slut. You'll seldom be disappointed.
Yeah.
And it really does take the edge off. You know, when you find out she like slept with your best friend or something, you're like, well, of course she did. So you're not as shocked.
And that's what I say, like guys that are actually, because I don't know if you'd consider yourself red pill, but I would consider you part of like guys that are in the red pill. Would you agree or no?
Yeah, game is part of the red
Yeah.
pill.
So yeah, go ahead.
Game is, I'm sorry, red pill is strategic.
Correct.
It's very big. Game is tactical.
Correct. Yeah.
It's application.
You guys are so pragmatic. I love talking to you guys. Like the other day, I was in this I was on this Twitter war because I said that corn has saved more marriages.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and all these religious people are like, well, he can't, and I'm like, well, is cheating better? And they're like, well, don't do that. And I'm like, can he divorce? They're like, no. And I'm like, well, what's he gonna do? Don't have sex ever. I'm like, that's a tough sell, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that is a tough road. You're asking for it, but somebody has to ask the question, right?
Yeah, but I love talking to you guys because you guys are just so much more pragmatic. You guys are
Yeah.
just very like, these are whores, so just assume they're all whores.
Not all, but I mean, that's, you know,
Most, you know.
yeah, it's probably likely. It's more than
Yeah.
most guys, and that's okay. I mean, I don't want guys, losing their minds, and they will.
Yeah. So wait, going back to the screening question, because I saw a tweet that said to screen to make sure she has a high sex drive or a good sex drive. And I was just curious if there's other things when guys have started dating they should screen for. Like any things they should run away, run away as fast as you can. Any things that are green flags? What do you have?
Yeah, I mean the red flags. I mean we've made lists, which generally, like an odd hair color, an unnatural hair color, septum piercings, heavy tattoos. They are generally indicative of some type of mental trauma, and things aren't going to go well. They're bright, they're right in front of you. It's things like that you have to know what you're getting involved with. Does that make sense?
Well, it does.
I mean, but some guys are drawn to that. They're like, I want trouble. I want tattoos because it makes her seem more attainable.
Oh,
So,
I didn't realize that was the reasoning why guys.
I know it
There are
caught me off guard too. Somebody set me down and explained it. I was like, she's got a belly, she's got tattoos, she looks like hell. And they're like, yeah, but she's attainable. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that makes sense.
And you mentioned also you'd recommend men screen for women that have high sex drives because if women are bragging about being celibate, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, truly high sex drive. You want your sex drives to match.
Yeah.
Ideally. And there's a lot of high sex drive guys in our world. In high sex drive, they think it's high sex drive, but like Bunny says, just because she's like really excited in the first 12 weeks and you have sex 3 times in a weekend isn't high sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see high sex drive over long periods of time. And a lot of sex drive is genetic.
Yeah.
It's almost like being a gifted athlete. They recover quickly. They're multi-orgasmic. They have orgasm after orgasm after orgasm. They do not get tired. They don't have a lot of they're able to sleep with a number of men and it doesn't really affect them.
Mm-hmm.
There's women out there that can do that. Some guys don't believe it, but they're there.
I believe it.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, literally, you won't know. And it's a genetic predisposition, and a healthy approach to sex, and an openness to it. And physically, they can keep up and do it, and they also want to generally, basically, have sex every day.
No, do you know what? It was you're one of the few people I've seen talk about that women can bang a bunch of dudes and be fine because there's this idea that they'll be super broken after. And the conservative guys eat that up. That's why they keep running to the church, and I'm like, I interviewed Lily Phillips before she did all that stuff. Do you know who that is? Like
I do. And,
yeah.
But what do you mean like before? Like what did she do before?
Oh, sorry. She was just on OnlyFans, but before she did the 10,000, whatever bajillion.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, I talked to her for a bit and I didn't really get the sense she was broken. I just think she really enjoys banging a lot of dudes. I think it's her favorite hobby,
There are girls that fly to, Vegas and do the escort thing. They enjoy sex. It doesn't affect them, like it does. And again, a lot of it's genetic. They physically enjoy it more than other women, across the mean. But again, it depends on the person. And like Bunny, I asked Bunny about this too. And she said a lot of times it's how the girl frames what she's looking for. Let's say she goes through 3 horrible relationships that she wanted to get married, and each of them crumbled in on itself. She's probably going to be more impacted by that than a girl who just wanted to have fun and dated 3 guys for some time. She knew that it wouldn't come out and actually end in anything. But if a girl has a mindset of like, I want this to be something significant, and it goes to shit 3 times, she's going to be more affected.
Wow. Do you know what? I've never verbalized that, but that's a really good observation.
And that's from a girl, because I wouldn't have wrapped my
Yeah,
head around that.
because it's almost like the fun girls seem to get commitment anyways more, to be honest. What actually red pilled me on the women not having consequences was I looked up all five girls I knew in school that were just with everybody, and all five were married with kids now.
Absolutely. And think about it too. They're attractive enough to like attract men, even younger, and they have good personalities,
Hmm.
and they tend to get what they want.
Yeah.
It works out for everyone.
Um, so back to like kind of the system that you have for men that work with you. You said she went through 6,000 men on her dating apps and she chose you to meet up with. There's a damn good chance she'll F you if you don't talk her out of it.
Well, these guys, I mean, just like the apps, and I walked through like, 50% were like height and weight, not what she was looking for. And I kind of like broke it down to where it really comes down to, even out of 6,000 men, there's just two of you,
Yeah.
And when a girl goes okay, a girl getting prepped for a date, it takes a few hours. She might leave work early. She buys new shoes. She puts on a dress. She takes a shower, shaves everything, puts on a dress, does her hair, drives there, pays for parking, then walks in. She's invested. She's hoping you'll do well.
Mm-hmm.
She's hoping you'll talk her into going home with yourself.
Yeah.
And these guys, they actually push back. I'm like, and this guy had a great analogy. He said, if a girl wants to buy a car and drives down to the dealership, she doesn't want she doesn't want the salesman to fail. She wants to buy a car.
Yeah.
So when she comes out, she's already like nixed 5,000 people. She's sitting down with you. You're at the top of the list.
Well, what do you think when they say, "Oh, she's just trying to use me for food," or
I get that daily.
or
Drinks only.
or if she shows up late, let's say she shows up like super late, she's just disrespectful. Like, what do you think?
All women are late. All women are going to be late. Are you late?
Yeah.
Okay. All women are late. That's okay. That's
Yeah.
normal. Drinks only.
Mm-hmm.
No dinner. No first date dinners. That's a general game rule. Drinks only, because it's sexier. It's in the evening. You want to kind of stack the deck in your favor, you know. So drinks only, and you tend to screen. You're not taking her to dinner. You're not taking her, and you're going to just go for a couple drinks, and you're going to maybe, if things go well, go to the next place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think girls, that will push for dinner, guys that no game, they'll just drop them.
Then problem solved.
Again,
you don't ever pay, if you don't ever pay for dinner, then it's problem solved.
Exactly. And if you say no, you get the girls that actually want to go out for a drink and meet a sexy man. That's what you get. So you have to be kind of like specific about what you're looking for. But unfortunately, a lot of these guys, and I do ask, have you ever, felt like you've been used? And they're like, no. I think it's one of those like urban myths. A lot of this stuff, kind of like, if I talk to this girl, I'm going to get arrested. It's never happened.
Yeah.
It's only in your head. And if you take this girl out, she's just using you. It's never happened. Or it's happened. There's certain where you'll see girls like on TikTok, like date 6 men in one night.
Yeah.
But generally, if you have the basic rudimentary skills, you'll screen them out.
Well, and a lot of women go on first dates, I would say. Like if women date multiple men, I think it's just like first dates. I don't see women really drawing it out that long. So what, it's like how $50 on drinks you lost?
Right.
Not
and
like,
again, you could be the more you do this, the better you screen to girls that are coming to meet you and have fun.
Okay. So what are 5 practical things men can do like today to improve their dating life?
Oh, 5.
You can give me 3 if you want. I thought
Okay.
5 started.
Fresh breath,
Okay.
clean fingernails. These are things that actually kill guys. Dirty hands, and say hi to every woman you see.
That's true.
These are little things that if you don't take care of, breath will kill even the most handsome, charismatic man. If he has bad breath, it's going to go south. So you can take care of breath, take care of basic hygiene, say hi to every girl you see, and actually ask them out. You'll be going out with a lot more women.